Yeah, real quick, giving all praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Hawadash, saying double honors to our apostles and elders here at Great Millstone, peace and blessings to the Lord's hopefully elect. So we got some good news regarding Turkey and regarding the so-called state of Israel. So as of this week, I want to say we got news that Turkey has now moved to sever all ties with Israel, as it says here, published November 12th. It says Turkey severs all relations with Israel, says Erdogan. Now, what it says, Turkish president says he will not continue or develop relations with Israel in the future. Now, why is this important? Well, it's important for prophecy's sake. Now, in the book of Ezekiel 38, which we're going to read, we broke it down several times over. But it's a chapter of prophecy regarding World War III. And it mentions nations that are going to gather themselves to the battle, and Turkey is one of them. Now, the reason why it's so, you would say, manifest is because Turkey, which I'm not going to show, but like I said, we've already done this several times. You can look, but Turkey technically is in technically, as of right now, is still in an agreement with America, okay? Because Turkey is a part of NATO. I think I have it here. Let's see. Okay. Yes, it says Turkey is a member of NATO. NATO is a North Atlantic Treaty Organization. They joined in 1952. America obviously is one of the leading nations in NATO. They basically control the military side. That's why they're known as the White House. Who's ever in the White House is known as Commander in Chief. Okay? So when you go to Ezekiel 38, just to read to the point, it says, "And the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him." Now, as we explained several times, I'm just going to briefly go over it. Gog, which is the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, is currently the land of Russia. It's talking about the Russians. Right? Verse 3, "And say, Thus said the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords." And that's why Russia is the main country that's used as a threat when it comes to war. Now, you know that the USSR, or the Soviet Union, NATO was formed to combat the Soviet Union, but the Soviet Union was since disbanded around the time NATO was formed. But why is NATO still in existence then, if that's the case? Well, and there's actually more countries than ever. I forgot how many exact countries are in it, but it's for prophecy's sake. There's going to be that great army that's going to try to fight against the Lord, and it's going to be destroyed. And it also goes on to say, verse 5. Well, actually, I should jump down. I'm just going to jump down. Verse 10. It says, "Thus said the Lord Yahweh, it shall also come to pass, that at the same time things shall come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought." Now, the evil thought is that we're going to go to war. That's the thought of process of Russia. Putin himself said that he wants to bring, the reason he's trying to conquer Ukraine again is because he wants to relive the glory days. He wants to bring back the Soviet Union. That's why he made that move on Ukraine, because he says we're going to go back to being the Soviet Union. And then we're going to come over there. We're going to come over there to Israel. We're going to come over there to America. The thought that's on his mind, that's the Lord working on his mind. The Lord and the angels moving with him to work on his mind to do those things. Verse 11, it says, "And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest and that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls, having neither bars nor gates." That's excuse me, talking about America. Isaiah 47 tells you that the reason America is known as the virgin daughter of Babylon is because she hasn't been touched. It even expounds on how her thought process is, I will not know the loss of children or sit as a widow. Right? People who lost children or sit as a widow, they've experienced loss. They're humble. She's proud and she believes that she will remain untouched, that she will never have war on her soil, American soil. So the thought process is for Russia is we coming full force. We're gonna get the Soviet Union back. Biden just said that he gave Ukraine basically the go ahead to I forgot exactly what it was. I think it was to fight back or missiles or whatever. And then Russia responded like, okay, this is how you want, basically war talk. This is the war talk. This the war drums is drumming. It's all prophetic. But the focus on Turkey. So if I go back up to verse 5, right? So this is God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, which is talking about Russia, the land of Russia, the Russians. He said, verse 5, it says, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. So he's including Persia, which today Persia is actually the Iranians. I believe it was the mid-19, around 50s. But you can look it up. When did Iranians start calling themselves Iranians? Because prior they were known as Persians. So, and guess what? Persia, which is Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya, all have ties with Russia. There's no coincidence. This is prophetic. Okay, so they're all on the same team. Verse 6, it says, Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north parts, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Now, Gomer and Togarmah, when you look at the ancient map, just look up the ancient map, that's the land of Turkey. So, if Turkey is a part of NATO, that means Turkey is in agreements with NATO, aka the U.S., which means in turn they're allies, you could say, with Israel. How is it that Turkey is going to be in line with Russia as well as Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya? Well, according to prophecy, something was going to play out that was going to cause Turkey to be involved with these, with such as Russia. And that's going to lead to war. And that's what's happening as of right now. And even not that long ago, about a month ago, well, not that long ago, but Turkey actually said that they want to join the BRICS nation. BRICS is short for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. To what? Develop their own currency. So again, that's, you could say, against NATO, as you can say. But it said Turkey. It says right here, why Turkey, a NATO member, wants to join BRICS. So the spirit is moving on Gomer and Togarmah to move against what? NATO, to break their ties with the whore and instead join forces with Gog. That's what's happening right now. And another piece of news for you. This was published today. It says Turkey blocked Israeli President Herzog's flight to COP29 in Azerbaijan, officials confirmed. It says Turkey effectively blocked Israeli President Isaac Herzog's participation in the COP29 summit in Baku earlier this week by denying permission for his aircraft to fly over Turkish airspace. Official Turkish sources confirmed to Al Monitor on Sunday. It says, quote, permission for flyover was not granted. You see? They're moving against this man. They had enough. So the prophecy basically says that the spirit is going to be on these people, these nations, to say, you know, enough's enough with this damn whore. And since the whore is in league with Israel, we had enough of this shit. So Turkey is revolting. And eventually they're going to find themselves in league with Russia. Why? Because of prophecy's sake, as of what we just read. So this is why this is important. This is unraveling right before your eyes. is really marvelous, and it's a sign that these nations are starting to move against the whore, which is Esau, Edom. So listen, this is real, and if you think that this is just gonna linger on for like what, another 5 years, 10 years, this can all happen. This is all happening so fast. This is all happening so fast. It was just October that Turkey said that they wanted to join the BRICS. And then now, just a week ago, they severed ties with them. And then now they even blocked the earth. They said, look, man, fuck y'all. You ain't coming over here. We got no dealings with you. Well, that's going to stir ruckus with the U.S., who's a part of NATO. And then they're going to be looking at Turkey like, hey, Turkey, hey, what's going on? Turkey like, hey, man, fuck y'all. I wanted to join BRICS any damn way. This is prophecy. The Lord is working on their minds. I'll end it off on that. That's a good one. Proverbs 16:1. The preparations of the heart in man and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord Yahweh. So as it said that in this, the Russians will think an evil thought. That's the Lord putting that thought on their minds. He's working on the minds of these world governors, these world leaders, just like Turkey. Proverbs 21. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whatsoever he will. So it's gonna fulfill his purpose. Another revealing that's right in your face is the drying up of the Euphrates River. Go look it up. Look up the Euphrates River being dried up. And there's before, like in 2014 or something like that, up till now, you'll see that it is basically completely dried up. And it looks like an omega symbol. And the omega symbol is the last character in the Greek alphabet, which means the end. That's prophetic. That's a sign and a wonder. And on top of it, guess what? Russia is building and already have built a bridge to using the drying up of the Euphrates River to have faster access to who? Iran. Now, what is Revelation 16, verse 12? And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. That's happening right now. Russia, I believe they already successfully built a bridge over the Euphrates River to have easier access to Iran. That's the Lord's doing right in your face. So we don't have much time left. And more importantly, this is just proof that you really should just be listening to the man of great millstone, because we're the ones that's going to show you and tell you and show you these prophecies that's happening right before you. And we're letting you know that this is going to happen in real life, in real time. So don't think like, oh, this can linger on for the next 5 years. We'll probably see another presidency. Man, this stuff's moving so fast. A lot of things can happen within Trump's presidency. And even then, even if, World War III is at the end, right? The Lord got to set that microchip, but changes are going to be implemented that's going to change our everyday life. The freedom that we have today won't be the same next year. And the year after that, as time progresses, it's only going to change. Things are going to get worse. They're going to just put the squeeze on you. So you really should just be listening to the man of great millstone, because we're the ones that's going to give you this prophecy. Why are you wasting your time listening to anybody else when they ain't telling you the prophecy? They're not going to highlight these prophecies in your face. It's happening in your face because deep down their heart is still here. They want to stay here. We want to get the hell out of here. So that's why when you come to Great Millstone, you're going to get the spirit of hasting in the coming of the day. That's what you're going to get when you come here. Now, if you want to hearken to lies and listen to peace and prosperity, then by all means listen to the other Israelite groups. Have fun, go eat chicken and go party. But if you got your eyes on these prophecies and you in the spirit of hastening and the coming of the day, you just want to stick with the man of great millstone. With that, shalom.